Alright guys, this was a bit of a weird video. Obviously what you're seeing is my drive home. But I want to talk about what's happening in the market right now. I want to try and hopefully make sense of everything, because you've probably seen some of my, and this is some of the guys who are on Discord, you've probably seen some of my messages that I've sent. And yeah, market's bleeding, wallets are bleeding, funds are bleeding. It's just not enough funds in the world to pick up anything right now, because the more you pick up, the more you bleed. Of course, some of my auto trades, auto buys have been activated and they're just bleeding, right? They've been bought and then they bleed even more. So how low is it going to go? I don't know. I think we might even have right now, as we've come in, to the $15,700 level, $15,500 level, there's a great potential that we might actually even go and touch that $13,800 level, and or around 14k, let's just say 14k for the sake of it. We could easily go and touch that. The probability is a lot higher. And of course, in some of my old videos, you've probably heard me mention this as well. I said, look, the 10k is still in play. 13k still in play, but the probability was a lot lower. But now that we've had this mega crash, I mean, oh my days, it's just unbelievable. Can you imagine this, right? Binance announces that they're going to be bailing out FTX and buying FTX.com, XYZ, whatever. And the market obviously crashes anyway, because they were going to sell all their FTT tokens. Then they announced recently that they are not going to buy a failing ship, right? Or a sinking ship, right? They're not going to buy it. And the market just crashes even more. I mean, today alone, we've lost approximately $250 billion, right, guys? That's with a capital B, right? We lost $250 billion of total market cap today. That's the entire global market. Some coins have dumped as much as 70% today. And I'm not going to say anything about alts or anything. Everything's dumping, right? So it's one of those, how low can we go? That's the question right now. Who can survive? That's the question right now. Because a lot of the big Solana ecosystem and everything as well, or most of the stuff that FTX was involved with, are the hardest to dump, because people are panicking and people are selling. They're selling for a loss. They're getting the hell out of it. I've seen projects like Lunacy pump today, which is weird, right? I don't know why people would go and buy Lunacy, but I mean, it's just weird to see some of the projects pump. But most of the market, in fact, I would say 99.9% of the entire global market has been crashing. In UK, the pound has also been crashing, and the dollar seems okay, but I don't think the dollar is going to last that long, because we could easily see, the pound first drop, and then eventually the dollar will drop. So I'm going to be a little bit cautious, but I'm in a bit of a dilemma right now, guys. The biggest dilemma I have is with the current situation in the market, how the market has been dumping, right? Bitcoin's dumping, Ethereum's dumping, altcoins, any top altcoins, they're also dumping. I really don't know where to plug my funds. My funds have always been in dollar. For last year, it's been in the dollar, and now I feel the dollar's going to collapse, right? So where do I plug my funds now? Where do I protect my assets? What do I do? We know that there's a global recession in progress right now, and also in the UK, for example, I know that property crash is coming as well. So that's something obviously I've been also keeping an eye on. That's coming as well, and you got to wonder, it's like, where do you put your funds? Whatever you buy now is going to bleed. The question is can you actually survive? And something like, what doesn't break you makes you stronger. But right now, I don't feel strong at all. I'm not totally broken, but I do feel very broke. Like broken, right? Not broke. But it's one of those, like, I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know how to react anymore. I don't know whether to be bullish or whether to actually start being bearish. I don't short the market. Now I'm thinking, should I start shorting the market to recover some of my losses? I don't know, you know, and I'm being honest about it. I'm happy to admit when I'm wrong, right? I thought, you know, we were set up for a bull market, and I still believe we are set up for a bull market. So those of you who are watching this video right now, and especially if you're part of the Discord community, you may have seen me send out a message to say, guys, I quit being a crypto bull. That's because I feel that right now is a time to not be a basic crypto bull, but instead to be a crypto mega bull, right? A mega bull, right? Means that to the point where we've come to a level, and you know, I might just go all in. This is the point where I might literally gamble everything that I have. It could either make me, or it could literally break me completely. It could destroy me. So I don't know. I mean, that's the dilemma, because what do? You know, when you got a situation where doesn't matter where you put your funds, right? Everything is collapsing. You got to wonder and ask yourself, where do you put your money? You know, for me, as being a crypto bull, you know, that's where I would normally plug my funds. But right now, if my funds are just going to bleed even further, where do I put them, right? And whatever funds I put into, everything's bleeding. So I'm going to spend a few days analyzing the currency markets, because I want to see if there is a currency on this planet that I can actually plug my funds in. Also, just to let you know, guys, so there was a bit of research I was doing recently, and I haven't been doing much, but you know, every now and then, if something piques my interest, I do it. So I was doing this research, and what I found was commercial banks, right, or you know, your average high street banks, what they've been doing is recently buying gold, right? So banks are buying gold, and I'm thinking, why would banks do that? Why would banks be buying gold? And that was an indication to me that something big is about to happen, something that we are not aware of, but it is happening, or is about to happen. Because remember, the people in the space, or people who control the agenda, or however we put it, the narrative, right? They all know what they're doing, and they're going to do it in a particular way. So when the burn comes in, when people suffer the most, they're going to be everybody else other than them, right? So that's the whole idea. They got to protect themselves. So when I'm looking at them buying physical gold and whatnot, and you know whatnot, buying as much as possible on other assets except their own currency or other currencies, you got to wonder who's failing and who's not, right? So I'm keeping a close eye on that. But I'll be honest, I'll put my hands up and I'll tell you this: I don't know who's winning right now. I have no idea. I can't tell you which currency to buy. I can't tell you which crypto to buy, right? I can only go based on the analysis that we did, you know, over a year ago. I can only go on the analysis that I can do right now, right? And so far, I'm not seeing anything. There's nothing to analyze. The market, if it starts bleeding, if we're having a black swan event, then it's just going to constantly bleed until there's no more blood to take, right? So right now, that's what's happening. And yeah, I mean, believe me, I'm falling ill from this, right? Because it's been a very stressful day today. As much as I might laugh about it, I might say whatever, I do want to cry, because it's one of those kind of thing where, you know, you've invested everything, your livelihood, you've put faith in, you've literally plugged every single last penny you own into this. You're working, you know, your balls off, right, to basically make this thing a success. Everyone you know, in the space is doing the same thing, and yet the market does the opposite, right? So for me, you know, as much I'm always, you know, I'm really cautious most of the time, but as much as I am, this is something I would never predict. I've never expected. Even though I did draw some lines, I never expected these lines to actually come to fruition. For me, they were just a hypothetical line saying that, look guys, if this happens, then this could also happen. And it was based on probabilities, right? Absolutely pure speculation and pure probabilities. Now that we're coming here, this does worry me a little bit, right? You know, I do have buy orders, as I said, and I have bought, and my orders have been activated, but my funds are bleeding. My funds are bleeding. So yeah, this is one of those kind of things. I'm not really sure what to say. I have no idea what to say, guys. I have absolutely no idea what to say. You know, never imagined this. But yeah, a lot of people, I don't know, I've had so many like phone calls and this and that, and believe me, I'm not even picking up phone calls. What do I say to people? Do you know what I mean? What do I say? You know, I'm not running away, if that's what people think. I'm not. I'm still here. You know, my lines are still intact. My cautions were still there. But I thought we were going to go up. I thought this was it. You know, even though I was cautious. It's just, I don't know what to say anymore, honestly. But I did know one thing for sure, was the way the market was reacting, the way the market was winding up, and I was expecting some sort of a black swan event. I was expecting some sort of a massive shock in the market, something that was going to shock everybody. I was expecting that. And yeah, it seems I finally got that. So I don't know, guys. I don't know what to say. Honestly, I don't know how to react. I don't know what to say. You know, a lot of people might be asking me what's going to be the next price. Don't know. It's 13,800 for now, right? You could easily go to that 10k. Remember, the 10k was always in play. It was never out of play. So yeah, this video is, by the way, is not an update, not anything like that. It's more of a confession. It's more of a confession. That's what it is. So I'm tired, guys. Mentally tired. Mentally tired. Physically, not so much, but mentally, I am tired. I mean, mentally, when you start looking at your funds and you see them bleed to the point where technically you can almost say no return, what do you do? There's no money in the world, there's nothing in the world that could boost you right now. What do you say? You know, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, guys. So yeah, honestly, I'm feeling ill right now. I don't feel well at all. So yeah, my drive home. Confessions of ex-crypto bull. No, confessions of a mega crypto bull who's planning to literally sell everything and invest everything regardless what direction the market goes. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, guys. I am gonna look at my charts, see what my charts are showing me. But yeah, wow. Total market cap at $752 billion. It's like almost $250 billion wiped out. Hovering around $15,800. We went as low as $15,645. From my charts, I'm looking at the weekly candles and the weekly stochastic and RSI, and I'm sorry to say this, but we have become bearish. We have become absolutely bearish. But there's always light at the end of the tunnel. All right, and for me, the light that I see is just when you think that everything is bearish, all the indicators are bearish. Everybody, their mother, their father, their grandfather, everybody you know is bearish. Everybody says, I told you so. All the FUD that you can put out there, right? All the fear that you can put inside people, right? Where they have nightmares for the rest of their life. They can't sleep anymore, right? That's when the market turns. So that's the light for me. I'm gonna hodl tight. I'm gonna stand strong. You know, I know our channel is the last of us, but believe me, I will still be the last man here, hodling to the end. Even if I have to sleep in the bench, sleep on wherever, it doesn't matter, right? If I have to go homeless for this, then that's what I'm gonna do. Confessions of a homeless man, right? That's what we should label this. But honestly, wow, what a day it's been. What a market it's been. So guys, I'm almost here, coming towards London. You've seen my whole journey. It's not a long journey, but it's a good drive, good few miles. So yeah, I'm doing that. Actually, I started recording halfway, so it doesn't matter. But wow, what a day, what a day. Honestly, it's one of those kind of things. I don't know what to say. I mean, let me know in the comments, how do you feel? You know, I want to cry. I want to cry, you know, because I invested everything, every last penny that I can scrape, get hold of, right? I've put it in there. I really don't know what I'm gonna do, if that makes any sense. Fortunately for me, I don't have any credit or anything, so that's a different story, right? But it is all of my assets, it is all of my funds, it is every last penny I've had is inside. What do I do? You know, what do I do? Do I switch off? Do I go and hide? Do I go and hide from society? Do I go and hide from people? What do I do? You know, I don't know. Since 2018, a lot of people come to me for advice. Today, I'm asking all of you for advice. What shall I do? I don't know. Never have I imagined this would happen. Honestly, guys, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I'm not going to ask you to like, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe, I'm not going to gloat, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to drive. It's hard. Very hard. Very, very hard. It's difficult. Mentally very difficult. You know what, guys? I have nothing to say, so I will love you all and I will leave you, and I'll probably catch you on another video another time. So other than that, adios my amigos.